Bitcoin at 46% profit from the rare buy signal at 75,000 for anyone still holding. What's up, everybody? This is Nguyen, and welcome to the Sunday crypto update for May 25th, 2025. My name is Nguyen, and I will be your guide to this analysis. I know my chart looks crowded, but it is important because technical analysis is cumulative. So let's see now. Let's see what we have. So Bitcoin right now is trading at 109,500 something. Okay. So from the special report alert of the rare Bitcoin buy signal in the 75,000 here, Bitcoin is currently at 46% profit for anyone who is still holding and who has not taken profit. I highly recommend to take partial profit anytime we reach the double top like this, because if you don't, just like the people who did not take profit on the near the first top, they watch it go all the way down. Okay, now let's find out what is going on right now with Bitcoin. Okay, so as you can see, Bitcoin right now is at the triple top. Okay, I'm gonna hide all this stuff right here. See, this was the first top, second top, and right now it is at the triple top. Okay, Bitcoin did try to make a breakout from the triple top here, but it did not last long. It was big sell-off in one day right here, push it all the way down, and it's trying to make a move right now to see if it can cross this area and remain above that area. Okay, now this right here with the sell down is known as a fake out. Okay, and as I was saying, a fake out that looks like this with a price going up and down. Okay, price going up and down with a tail. Wherever you see price go up like this and a red candle, that means it made a tail on a higher time frame. Okay, and on high time frame it looks like this. There you go. See, I was talking about these fake out right here. They are the perfect bull traps. There were many people that bought Bitcoin in the first top and in the second top, or near the top. And as you know, Bitcoin made a down move of 30%. Okay. Remember, anytime a candle is printed on a chart, that means there were buyers and sellers at that price. That means somebody sold here, and there were people that bought there. Okay. Same thing with this. This is known as a fake out. Okay. It is not considered a bull trap unless we have a downtrend or correction in Bitcoin, just like this. When this happened and we have a downtrend or correction, these turn into bull traps. Okay. So, and right now, with the pattern formation right here, as you can see, this is a very upward channel. However, there are lines that coming in here, and when I bring back the lines, the trend line, you will see that they are near perfect match to form a wedge. Now, when a wedge like this, especially near the first and second top, forming possible triple top, it is considered bearish wedge. Okay, and what a bearish wedge need is a confirmation of a breakdown with volume, and there we go. That will confirm a triple top, and if that happened, Bitcoin can go down. It can go down to 100. It'll probably make a first stop somewhere around 105 first, and then possibly go down to 100. And if probably worst case scenario, maybe in the 90s, because there are lots of buyers in the 90s waiting for Bitcoins to buy, because we have resumed the uptrend. So there are lots of dip buyers. They're waiting for Bitcoin to dip so they can get in, okay? Because a lot of people are expecting Bitcoin to go to 200,000, just like the last double top. A lot of people expect Bitcoin to go to 200,000, just like the last bull run. There were a lot of people expecting Bitcoin to go to 200,000. Okay, so that is the bearish wedge. Okay, now as of right now, what we are waiting for is a breakout with confirmation. If this bearish wedge does not have a confirmation and a breakdown, then that's possible for a breakout and resume uptrend. Okay, and if we have a breakout, this black line, black trend line right here is the breakout line. If Bitcoin can get above this black line and stay above this, there's a possibility that it will go to 125, 150, and then we can talk about going to 200,000. Personally, I highly doubt that it's gonna go to 100,000 by the end of this year, because there are some weak signal in Bitcoin as of right now. There are lots of schools of professional traders. They have entered short in this area. If you remember this post, I post on Facebook. Here it is. So there was a post I made on Facebook on May 22nd. Okay, can Bitcoin continue to go up? And here's what it says: Bitcoin showing the triple top right here when it reached 111,000. Okay, and I said that sadly more than half of the indicator I use are now showing Bitcoin near the top. That means I look at the indicators that other professionals use, other schools of professional traders they use. Okay, and if the rest of the indicators all agree, then Bitcoin gonna have a triple top soon. Okay, because together as a group, these indicators rarely fail. They show the first top, they show the second top, and now they are getting ready to show the third top. Okay, I am still waiting for those indicators to show and have confirmation. Okay, um, if the rest of them all agree with a confirmation show up, then we don't have a triple top and a breakdown. Okay, that will cause a lot of altcoins to go much low in price. And if you are listening to this one out and you took the Ethereum trade, okay, that was given as a signal to buy near the bottom. If we have a breakdown of the wedge, okay, it is time to take profit on your Ethereum, because you can always rebuy Ethereum back for much lower price. You can buy Ethereum back the same amount of coin and have extra money, or you can use the same all the money that you sold Ethereum for and buy much more number of coins. Okay, so going back, I want you to look at this green, I mean not green, this red area right here, this big red candle. Those big red candles are where a group of other professionals, when they showed the bearish signal, they came in and took a short position and sell into Bitcoin. Okay, that's what it means when I look at indicators. I look at indicators that other professionals and other schools use. Okay, when they together all see the same thing and they all come in, that is a lot of big people with big money coming in for a sell trade or a short sell trade. That's why you see this big candle, right? Big candle here. Okay, it is not broken down yet, so We don't have a confirmation of a breakdown, okay? But that's what I mean when I look at indicators. I look at indicators that smart monies, professional use, and I look at multiple indicators. If they all comes in and see the same thing, they're gonna put in a trade to short. That's why you see this big candle here. I know I repeat myself, but it's important. Okay. So what is important now for Bitcoin and the entire crypto market? Okay. As you can see, the 109,000 ish. Okay, that includes 110,000 when I say ish. Okay, that is the double top. Right now, it is looking like a triple top. Bitcoin needs to get above the double top and stay above the top. Okay, and then it has to make a breakout above the 112, which is this black line right here. Okay, the black line right here is the line for the triple top. Okay, if it makes a breakout and stay above here with lots of action in there, then we can talk about it going to 125,000, possibly 150,000, okay, by the end of the year. I was watching a video where some guy, I don't know who he is, but he was calling for Bitcoin to 500,000 in 5 months by October or by December. And he said that he's using one of the best indicator that ever invented for Bitcoin. I just laughed. I just laughed because there are lots of professionals and expert to make all kind of prediction. Okay, and anytime I hear something like that, I go look at how long the guy has been doing it, how accurate he has been, and how accurate the indicator has been. Okay, and sadly, many people got caught in the hype. They believe that Bitcoin could go to 500,000 or possibly 350, 330 some thousand in 5 months. You know, if you're looking back at history, some of the strongest move when Bitcoin makes 100%, it makes in 3 to 4 months. Okay, never in history that Bitcoin makes a 400% up uh, in 5 months, especially at the current market cap. Okay, back in history, if Bitcoin makes a big move up because the market cap is so small. Okay, if you can see right here, right now, Bitcoin is at $2 trillion market cap, and if it goes to 500,000, that means the market cap is going to be near 10,000. I mean, the market cap is going to be in 10 trillion. That means an $8 trillion has to flow into Bitcoin by itself just for Bitcoin to be at 500,000. The entire crypto market cap right now is only $3.4 trillion. So to make a claim that Bitcoin going to be at 500,000 in 5 months is laughable. I mean, but there are many people believe it. Many people thought it was reasonable, and many people bought the hype. So going back here, Bitcoin, in order for Bitcoin to make any significant move up, it must get above this black trend line, which is 112, and stay above that trend line. Okay, if it has another tail, a spike up and a spike down, forming a tail like this, and then break down, that is the bull trap for a lot of investors. Okay, now I was saying that sometime fun like ETFs, okay, and other funds that buy Bitcoin. When a fund buy Bitcoin, that does not always mean the actual fund is buying Bitcoin. Okay, when a fund buys Bitcoin that you see, it could mean that the money flow from a lot of customers flow in requesting the fund to buy Bitcoin. That is why you see some fund buy Bitcoin at the last two top, okay, near the top. And if you look at some of the fund, they didn't buy much during the bear market. So when you see a fund buy, that does not always mean the actual fund is buying. It just means that the client is buying. Okay. So as I was saying, client loves to buy, FOMO in. Okay. This, when I say client and customer, I mean that includes a lot of multimillionaires and sometimes billionaires. Okay. They FOMO in too and buy near the top. Okay. Let me bring up this chart right here. This is Michael Saylor Bitcoin buys. Okay, he runs a huge fund with many billions of dollars. Let me turn off my camera so you can see. Okay, as you can see, when he begins to buy Bitcoin, he bought it here. Okay, but I want you to look at all those big yellow dots when the fund bought near the top. See, near the top. The fund didn't buy much here. It bought a lot here, but it didn't buy hardly buy any at the bottom here or at the low here. It didn't buy anywhere at the low here, nothing here at the low, and buy close here. And look, it buy this fund buy at the beginning of the downtrend. Okay, at the beginning of the downtrend, very near the top. It hardly buy any at the low here in the arrow. Okay, it bought some low here. Okay, bought close to the top here. It didn't buy anything right here. Look at that, at this low right here. It didn't buy much at all during the bear market. Okay, so you might ask, why is that? Okay, let's take a look at this post. Look. Michael said on Bitcoin buying error, he runs a fund with billions of dollars. When people think of fund with billion, people automatically assume they, the traders and fund manager, know when to buy and when to sell. Let's look at the actual data, see if it's so. As I was saying, sometimes fund buys when clients money flowing is basically the clients are actually buying. Okay, look at it. You would think that the traders of the fund would know when is a good time to buy Bitcoin, right? If that were the case, they would have loaded up the truck right here during the bottom of the bear market, right? But they hardly bought any Bitcoin during the bottom of the bear market, right? I want you to look at the low. Anytime you see a low here, this is a low, this is a low, this is a low, this is a low, there was no buying right there, okay? There are lots of traders who don't work for multi-billion-dollar funds. They know how to buy during this low, okay? They know how to buy it, okay? Look, right here. And I want you to look at here. So he continue to buy. I want you to look at these four lows. Low 1, low 2, low 3, low 4. There was no buying from that low. Look, he bought near the top again, near the top again, but nothing at these low, okay? And look, he bought a bunch of them near the double top. Look, you can see right here. They basically bought a ton. They FOMO in near the top because, as I was saying, it could be clients buying, or sometimes that the fund willing to hold Bitcoin until it goes to 500,000. So they don't care how many cycle bull market and bear market it goes up and down. They're willing to hold it. Okay. But if you, as an investor or profit investor or individual investor, you don't want to be buying at the top. Why would you buy it at 110, 105, 100 when you could buy it at 70 or 80, right? Why would you buy it in the 60s up here when you could buy it in the 20s down here? You got like 4, 5, 6 months to buy in the 20, 25, and 30, okay? If you have the skill or if you have the signal to buy Bitcoin during that time, okay? So, as I was saying, just because a fund with multi-billion dollars, do they really know when it's a good time to buy Bitcoin or buy crypto? Okay. Do they know when it's when the trend is down and wait for the bottom of the trend to buy? Did they buy near the bottom of the trend? I'll let you answer that, okay? So going back to the Bitcoin chart, I was saying a lot of people, sometimes they FOMO in, okay? They will buy near the top. Anytime you see a candle that show up or printed on the chart, that means they will buy and sell it at that price, okay? That means the people that buy here, they are buying very close to the top, okay? You can look at the volume and see there was a lot of transaction near the top, okay? Personally, I would not buy anywhere near the top, not near the first top, near the second top, definitely not near the third top, okay? Because I have the skill or the knowledge to buy close to the bottom, okay? And to avoid buying near the top, I give the signal to sell near the top, okay? If you watch my other videos, the video before, I review some of the signal that I gave, okay? Or you can go watch this video after this, okay? I highly recommend that you watch this video, okay? Where I review some of the signals that were given to a lot of people who are my friends, family, and people that that belongs to my private group on Facebook. I gave the signal, most of the signal that you saw in this video or you're gonna see in this video, okay? It's buy crypto at the bottom or very close to the bottom, and it's sell, take profit, sell to take a profit near the top or at the top of the bull market, okay? And the proof is right in this video right here, okay? So, with that said, you know, Bitcoin is at the close to the triple top, struggling right here, okay? Bitcoin is at 46% profit from the red buy signal that I gave right here. You can see, you can watch that video. Let's see now. That video looks like this, okay? Part 2, because when you watch part 2, I will review part 1 where the signal was given to buy Bitcoin right there, okay? So, with that said, that summarized for Bitcoin. Let me go take a look at Ethereum and see what's going on. This is a chart for Ethereum, okay? This title is no longer valid because it applies when Ethereum was right here, breaking out, okay? Right now it is in trading range. Bitcoin is currently, I mean not Bitcoin, Ethereum is in trading range right now, okay? It is waiting for the market to give a signal to move, because Ethereum made a nice 60% run from the buy signal that I gave to buy in this area right here and in this area right here, okay? Any breakout trader, they would have bought here. They'll probably take profit anytime they see Ethereum in trading range, okay? And as I was saying, one other thing is, if you hold Ethereum or if you're going to buy Ethereum, why would you buy Ethereum in the 4,000, 3,800, 3,500 when you can buy Ethereum in the 1,600 or 1,700, right? If you have the knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, you find someone who has the knowledge and give you signal. I provide these kind of signals. Well, I gave the signal already. In the future, I'm going to have a newsletter where I put these signals in the newsletter as a service to everyone who is a subscriber. As I was saying, some people, they say, oh, well, when Ethereum go back to 4,000, I'm going to break even, and when it goes to 8,000, you know, I'm going to make 100% profit on my Ethereum when I bought it at 4,000. Okay, well, for the smart investors, the smart traders, they wouldn't buy near the double top. This is the double top. Okay, as I was saying, don't buy near the double top. Okay, most people who buy near the double top because they don't have trading knowledge. Everyone can have fundamental knowledge because fundamentally everybody knows that Ethereum is a good coin. So fundamentally everybody knows Ethereum is a good company, good crypto, good coin to own. However, if they don't have trading knowledge, they don't have trend knowledge, they're going to buy very close to the top, which means they're going to, when Ethereum go down, they're going to lose a lot of money. And when Ethereum go up, they're going to have smaller profit than somebody who knows how to trend. Okay. So as I was saying, you know, in the smart traders, if they buy Ethereum in the 1600 right here, okay, let's say that Ethereum go to let's say it makes a 5x, okay. Let's say that the average price of somebody who bought Ethereum at 1650, and when Ethereum goes to 8250, that means it's 5x from the buy price. That means it is a 500% up from the buy price, which yield a 400% profit. Okay, here's what it means. If you put in $100,000 at Ethereum with an average price of 1650, and when Ethereum reach 8250, your profit is $400,000 and your account is worth $500,000. Okay, versus someone who bought Ethereum in 4,000. Okay, when Ethereum goes to 8200, they only make 2x their account. That means only 100% profit. 100% profit means if they put in 100,000, they only made $100,000 in profit. Versus someone who knows how to buy, or who gets a signal to buy Ethereum at the bottom, somewhere here, 400% profit. Versus somebody who bought near the top, only 100% profit. That is the difference. Okay? That is the difference. So Ethereum right now is in the trading range. Hopefully it's going to have a breakout and continue uptrend, hitting the target somewhere 3,400 to 3,500. Okay, that should be the first target right there. Okay, and if the market is strong with good sentiment, it possibly can go above this double top. Okay, and all that has to work together. Okay, Ethereum, the crypto itself, the market strength, the sentimental, and all kind of stuff got to work together in order for a coin like Ethereum with big market cap to move up. Okay, so next I'm going to bring up SUI. So this is a chart for SUI here. Okay. SUI made a good run from $2 right here, $2, $2.20 to $4.20, a nice close to a 95% to 100% run. If anyone bought at $2.10, when it reached $4.20, that says 100% profit. As you can see, some people, they took profit right here. That's why you see multiple red candles in a row with tails. Okay. As of right now, SUI is in a I would say a downward channel, right? And it's getting wider, broadening right here. Depending on what is the news of SUI. SUI has, sometimes it makes a trend on its own. It is not in sync with Bitcoin, and sometimes when you get a chance where SUI get in sync with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin made a dip during a strong uptrend, you can buy SUI and make a nice profit. Okay, just like When you go watch the review alert, there was one where I gave an all-in signal back in August 2024. With the first one, first alert or first signal was to load the truck. You can buy SUI at the bottom, and when you take the first profit from the signal to take profit, that was for 600% profit. Okay, that is when SUI is in sync with Bitcoin. Okay, so next I'm gonna bring up SOLana, and this is a chart for SOLana. SOLana is currently in an uptrend. Okay, in an uptrend with a rising channel. Short-term traders, they love to buy anytime there's a bounce at the lower trend line, and they'll take profit at the bounce of the upper trend line. That's what they like to do. Okay, if you are position traders and you're not looking to get in and out for small profit, and you're looking for bigger profit, the best way is to buy close to the bottom and sell close to the top. Okay, if you can if you can't buy near the bottom and you picked it up somewhere in the middle and you're able to sell close to the top, that still give you a big profit too. Now, we all know that Solana is the platform for meme coin. Okay, whenever there is a hype of meme coin or there are meme coin pump, you can expect the price of Solana to break out or have a sharp rise in price, just like this time right here. Okay, this was when a Trump coin got hyped, and many other meme coin got hyped, and Solana just shot up from here. However, a lot of investors, they fell for a bear trap right here, this area of prices, and many of them bought near the top. You can look at the volume and see that there were lots of buyers and sellers near the top or at close to the top. Okay, and the smart money sold, and the not so smart bought and got stuck with big losses. Right now, they are still down. Okay, when Solana gets back to 260 to 70, then they're gonna break even. Okay, and you can expect that a lot of investors, they're gonna get out at break even. Okay, so Solana gonna struggle around that price. So next, I'm gonna bring up XRP. XRP is currently in a slow uptrend. You can see from this upward channel right here. XRP has not made any significant big run up yet. A lot of people are expecting XRP to be at $5 right now. However, it's ranging from 235-ish, 230 to close to 250, about halfway to $5. However, you can see this right here. The pump from Trump didn't last long, and many traders, many investors bought in this area. They are not very happy. They're still waiting for the break-even price. Okay, and the investors that bought up here, they are still waiting to go break even. Okay, now can XRP go to $10 in this bull market? You know, whenever there's a big question like that, the answer is always possibly yes and possibly no. Okay, because how long is this bull market gonna last? If it's gonna last another few months, then for XRP to go $10, the answer is probably not. But if the bull market lasts another 2-3 years, XRP can definitely go to $10, possibly $15 or even $20. It depends on how long the bull market lasts, and it depends on how strong the sentimental is, and the FOMO, with the FOMO and the amount of money flow into the market. There's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration when you expect a certain price or call out a price. Well, as you know, there are many experts. They just call price of something out of thin air. They just say, hey, XRP can really pump, and like it's gonna be at $10. Well, during the last bull cycle, many people were saying that XRP is gonna be at $10, and if you bought XRP near the high of the last bull cycle, you know what happened? It wasn't even close. Okay, so one of the way to look at how high XRP can go or how high a crypto can go is you always have to take into or consider the sentimental of the market and the rhythm of the market. Okay, the market, it goes up. I mean, rhythm, up, down and down for a pullback, up, down and down for a pullback, up, down, and a correction, and then probably a run up again. Okay, it always move up like that. It never goes straight up. No, and but as of right now, the market cap for the entire crypto market is 3.4 trillion. Okay, in order for something to run, that market cap must go up too. And when that market cap goes up, you have to take into consideration of how long it's gonna take, how much money is it gonna take to get there. Okay. So with that said, let's go back to the chart of Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin is the leader of the crypto market. Usually when Bitcoin runs up, shortly after that, there's a delay time. The crypto market follow. Okay. And sometime when Bitcoin goes down, all the altcoins go down immediately by a lot more. Okay. Now, I don't know the exact reason, but normally when Bitcoin goes up, there's a lag time or there's a delay time that the altcoin goes up. But when Bitcoin goes down, the altcoins go down immediately with Bitcoin. If you really pay attention, you will notice that. Okay. So with that said, my name is Nguyen. I am a crypto trend strategist. Okay. This is not financial advice and is for educational purpose only. Subscribe to the channel for new crypto update and important alerts. P.P.S. I'm gonna have an alert service hopefully soon for you to buy and sell crypto. As you know, I like to buy crypto near the bottom and sell near the top for massive profit, or sell near the top of the bull market and exit the market. Okay. Until next time.